Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to United vs. Everybody. We are live on location in Manchester. I am with Justin. Justin, how are you?
Awesome.
Yeah, we are awesome.
But my heart is
Oh, my heart.
beating like crazy.
My poor heart can't handle this, you guys. We got in mid-morning today, local time. We went straight through the night, and we are back, and we are here, and we are here with our first official match reaction of the trip as Manchester United send the Saints home without any points. It was dicey for a second there. It was really dicey. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is what it is. We are here though to react to the match. Want to get your thoughts on everything. Obviously, it's not going to be as in depth, but there was a lot to talk about. Obviously, we left it late. Hearts and mouths for most of that match. We got bullied. Let's
got beat up.
We got beat up by the bottom of the league, Southampton right now. I'm gonna hold on to this so I can check so I can check everything. I'm gonna try to see if I can see the chat while I'm doing this.
I can see it if I can go in here.
Oh yeah, you can keep an eye on the chat while we're doing this, and you can update me if you want. But how's everybody doing today? Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Justin and I are on location. Whew. So, what was going on tonight?
We got embarrassed by Fernandez and Sulemana. He's too fast.
Yeah,
18-year-old or what? 20-year-old kid.
Sulemana, was doing Euro just dirty. He was leaving him. The problem was
in the dust half the time. He was being marked on.
Problem was, yeah, we were marking these guys way too tight. We were pushing up way too high. We were going in for these challenges, and then they were just spinning us, turning us one simple flick, and they were off to the races. And it was happening time and time and time again. Very, very frustrating to watch. Very, very frustrating in the stands with everyone else. The groans were there, the murmurs were there, the swearing was there, even from the kids. Some of these kids, whew.
It's wild.
My boy Nee in the chat, crazy game. I'm gonna need you to be at every game from now on. Yes, you guys.
My heart can't handle it. I'll die.
I broke my bad luck charm. So Justin and I were here for the first trip a few seasons ago, and we actually played Southampton that trip, and we ended up drawing that match 1-1. And then today it looked like I was ready to leave early. I was actually telling Justin, like, if we lose this, we're just gonna fly back home tonight.
Because they score again, we're out of here.
I needed to drop this voodoo. And of course it was for 90, almost 80 minutes. That's what it looked like was gonna happen. Suleiman is 22, but he's got a lot of experience playing in the lower divisions. I've been keeping an eye on him because he's from Ghana. Oh yeah, he and Dibbling have been, since Ivan Juric came in, obviously, they've been, there's that front three that's really been a lot of their focus. They play a higher line, they want to get the ball forward, and that's exactly what they were doing. Dibbling, Matthias Fernandez, Sulemana, they've got the legs, they've got the energy. I would love Matthias Fernandez at United. I think he'd be great in a number 10. He's got the legs for days.
Maybe he's 20. He's 20 and Dibbling's 18.
Yeah, so...
They're young, but they're very, very talented. They're very, very fast. They're great on the counter.
Yeah,
they seem to work together very cohesively, and obviously with an attacking three that young, it'll take them time. They'll probably go back to the championship next year, but they'll probably have to fight their way back up.
It's going to be a fire sale in Southampton if these guys get relegated. Liverpool linked with Dibbling. We've been linked with Dibbling. I really like Matthias Fernandez a lot. Sulemana could be good. So on the match itself, again, got bullied. They were outplaying us, outmuscling us. I looked at the stats at halftime, and the duels were embarrassing. We were second best to everything, in the air, on the ground. We were just getting bullied. There was no fight. All of the mentality, all the fight, all that resilience that we saw in droves, right? Against Liverpool, against Arsenal, it was just gone. It was nowhere to be found, and it was very, very frustrating to watch. The highs and the lows, the ebb and flow of what you get from this United side on a week-to-week basis. I don't know if it's a too much time between matches thing now or not. I couldn't tell you. If I had the answer, I would give it to you, but I don't. But it wasn't good enough.
No, I still think to a certain degree there isn't a level of team cohesion where I don't think Amarim has figured out who works best together and who doesn't.
Well, that was
That was evident tonight.
It was evident early on in the second half because
True.
we made changes at halftime. We brought on Anthony, right? And then a few minutes later, it still wasn't working, so we made more changes. And it was very frustrating to watch. Like, why didn't you just make those changes at halftime?
Yep.
So we'll address the elephant in the room, you guys, because I know a lot of you, since, in the last month, since Amram really has taken over, a lot of the Hoyland criticism has been running rampant. And I'm not saying it's unfounded. You guys know that I'm a fan of Hoyland, but I will say he was very, very frustrating for me tonight.
Oh yeah.
Some of the passes I don't think he could really do much about, but his touch wasn't really good. Some of the runs he was making were good. I think the most frustrating thing for me about Hoyland, though, was the worst thing that he did, and honestly, this could have been said for a lot of our players, the worst thing that Hoyland did, in my opinion, tonight, was that early opportunity where he was in on goal, and he could have shot, but he tried to lay it off for Garnacho, who put it wide. Like that right there, I don't know, what do you guys think? Was that a lack of confidence? Was that just the wrong decision at the moment? Like,
combination of both.
Like,
I mean, there were 4 players tonight that did the same exact thing. Garnacho, Fernandez, Hoyland, and Ahmad just could not and would not take a shot, or they would lay it off whenever they had a good opportunity. They'd make the run and they just lay it off. I didn't understand.
It's very
take a shot.
Very frustrating because you want selfishness from your striker, you want confidence from your striker, and for a striker who has not been getting in the goals, for a striker who's been coming under criticism, for a striker who regularly has a go at his teammates for not feeding in, for him to maybe not take that opportunity, when I do think he really could have put that on target and probably could have scored. It's very frustrating. What's Nee saying?
Yeah, Nee has really come on here.
Do you guys think the players were fatigued from the output from the last 2 games? Amram mentioned it in his post-match interview tonight.
Could be.
So we didn't.
For Arsenal.
Obviously we didn't see the post-match interview. If they're fatigued though, just from getting to even just a semblance of a normal baseline when it comes to fitness, when it comes to tracking back, when it comes to positioning on rest defense, because we saw in Amram's first training with the squad, he was trying to get them to transition back in defense, get numbers back, and we saw it against Arsenal, we saw it against Liverpool. We really worked on it. I didn't see it tonight. None of that was there, and you could see it on the touch line.
We were slow.
He was waving them back because they were just slow. I think a big problem too tonight was everybody. There's no movement. Everyone's facing their own goal. Everyone's trying to drop back deep to get the ball. Garnacho regularly in his own third, dropping deep to get the ball, still facing his goalkeeper, and then coming under pressure. There were a couple times where he lost the ball in that situation. He did not look great in that right 10 role. He did not look great at all. We moved him off to the left later on in the second half. It looked a lot better.
Confidence, yeah.
Problem is that going to be a role for him in this system? Is that a role that this system plays? It was for the majority of the game. It was very, very frustrating. And I will say that even Ahmad for me was a bit frustrating tonight. Up until it's hard to be too critical of a guy who gets a hat trick, right? But
we had more though.
We could have had more goals, and I think some of it has to do with the fact that Ahmad, he's getting into the final third, and he's taking about 18,000 touches too many to decide what he's going to do with the ball. I think he should shoot more early. I think he needs to pass the ball more. Like he's getting literally all the way almost to the post with the ball before he decides to do something with it, and it's very, very frustrating to watch. But again, hard to be critical because he is a hat trick hero tonight. And Marcus Rashford, if you're watching, this is how you reward the club when they give you a new contract. You show up and you get a hattie. That's how it's done. What else we got to talk about on this match? Because
dude, the midfield was just not
the
there.
midfield was getting just
Ugarte and Manu just could not string more than a handful of passes together, and when they would lose the ball. And then even in the second half with the rotations, all we were doing is passing around their box. We couldn't fully get into their 18-yard box unless Garnacho or Ahmad made a run, and even then, we would squander the opportunity.
The 2 players in the pivot, so Manu and Ugarte were chasing shadows, or they were caught way too high up the pitch, and they were getting completely taken out of the game. It seemed when Southampton were playing out from the back, they always had just almost 1, even 2 at times, extra options, and we were isolated trying to press. We didn't know who to press. Nobody, like Hoyland, didn't quite know where to go, what to do, and it always seemed like they just had an extra man.
They were passing through them.
Yeah.
There were multiple times where like they would see a division between Manu and Ugarte and just pass the long ball between the two of them.
Yeah. It was, and I think the overall theme for the first 80 minutes for me as I'm watching that was it was just too easy for Southampton. It's too easy for the bottom of the table club to come to our ground and bully us. And every single facet of the term bully, they bullied us. Their passing was crisper, their physicality was crisper. They're winning all their duels. They were getting more chances. It was just embarrassing. Sulemana had Euro on toast tonight, like just plain and simple. And I'm not
going him at least 6 times.
And Euro was getting frustrated. Amarim was getting frustrated. We were getting the crowd was getting frustrated. Okay. And let me tell you where our seats were. So our seats were like literally 10 yards from the traveling away section. So we had to sit there for 80 minutes and listen to these Southampton supporters give it to us for 80 freaking minutes straight.
I'll have that song in my head for the rest of the day.
And then all hell breaks loose. Enter Ahmad, and it just I couldn't hear a peep from them. I was giving them the Hulk Hogan. Just I don't hear shit from you guys anymore.
Especially when we got that second, they're like, oh.
Trying to think of who else was. Bruno was frustrating me. What I saw from Bruno tonight was a lot of the lack of discipline that we've seen from Bruno sometimes at his worst in the United shirt. All over the place, dropping too deep sometimes just because we couldn't make anything happen.
It seemed like the whole second half of the game he was playing defense and he was dropping back deep because one, we needed it because they had our number. But also, like, dude, you're our playmaker. You need to be up top and attacking. And he was never around. Yeah. There were no plays made.
Chow View jumping in the chat. Guys, we still need new signings. Oh, we definitely need new signings. We need some legs. Garnacho cut a very frustrating figure early on in this match. I'll tell you, though, who does deserve some flowers for the second match in a row, and that's Xerxes. Despite the fact that he got a brace against Everton last month, this might have been the best I've seen Xerxes play in a United shirt. He was doing everything and he was doing it well. Now the problem with Xerxes is that when he's playing well, he's almost unplayable. I'm not gonna throw out world class or anything, but like if he plays like he did tonight, literally almost unplayable. But he doesn't do that enough. But I'm not gonna split hairs tonight. Xerxes came on and literally changed that match. Harry Maguire came on and did a very even Anthony was getting involved and fighting for things. I think Anthony's first touch coming on was a shot that won a corner.
Yep.
Again, showing not only that the starting 11 is just not there, but even sometimes maybe the subs are just not there. What's Chow View saying in here? Are you worried about Manu's future? I'm not worried about Manu's future. No, I think Manu's a very good talent. He just didn't have a good match tonight. He was caught out of position a little bit. Manu was getting bullied a lot. We were trying to make him almost one of the early options for building out, and he was getting almost double marked every single time and pressured and bullied. They were pressing us off the park in many ways. What's Chow View saying? I think Rasmus needs to go on loan somewhere. I think Rasmus needs to show that he can be teachable because
I think he needs a partner. I said this to you the other day when we were watching the Arsenal game. Like, I think he can't be a lone striker right now. He needs to have a secondary person up there with him.
What he needs is more legs around him because we don't play the two. But what he needs is maybe another experience. But right now, maybe what Højlund needs is to sit down. I was surprised to see Xerxes not start this one, if I'm honest, after what he did against Arsenal. And again, I think tonight that we'll talk a little bit about it because we're going to be here for that Brighton match on Sunday. But I think Xerxes probably cemented his spot in the starting 11 for the Brighton match, right? Who else maybe would you want to maybe change for that match that you saw tonight?
I might flip Manu with Collier.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
personal opinion.
Let's have a conversation about Toby Collier, shall we?
I was like hero of the night too. Guy's a savage. I like it.
Ooh, Toby Collier, I barely know her. This guy is this dude is legit the truth, Toby Collier. It's a shame that he was injured a little bit because everything he touches was just calm. He was fighting for everything, and then his passing was just crisp. It just seemed like he knows what to do in these little situations. You know, whether he gave away that corner towards the end, but it's just keeping up with the runner and forcing the corner and not letting them get inside, like just keeping them, showing them outside, not showing him inside. Like it's little things like that. Now he is a little older. He's like 2021, Collier, but Collier, like we said it after the last match, Collier probably deserves more minutes. I wouldn't be surprised to see him start over Mainu on Brighton, against Brighton, like you're saying.
I can see why he wouldn't, given that Mainu's had more experience than Collier. So I can see him still starting as Mainu and then switching to Collier against Brighton, given they are a few spots ahead of us in the league, and then seeing how it goes.
Oh, what? Can you look up FootMob where we are on the table right now too? I got chat on the screen. We're good here.
13th and they're 9th.
Collier was good tonight. Thanks, we got him from Brighton. Yeah, this dude, Collier. So Casemiro probably out of the picture. Mainu, and it's fine because it's not a question of Mainu is crap. He needs to be dropped. It's more of a Mainu's so young he can't start every single match.
True.
And Collier I think sometimes is the better option, and I think right now he's showing that maybe he deserves more minutes. Tenzin, how are you, my friend? Welcome back. Xerxes is him.
Dude, he was a truth man. Dude, some of the passes between, it would go to Onana and he would throw a little back heel flick on as a pass, or he'd get a little touch to it to pass it back and then get another give and go. I was like, oh, he even with his back to goal, he knows where to put it in someone's path. Like he's already ready and then turning off the races, and I'm like, so you do have pace on you. And not so slow after all that afro.
I think he's got a burst. I think he's just like, there's speed and then there's quickness, and he's got speed. He doesn't have quickness. Like his feet just aren't quick. And so again, like I said earlier, when Xerxes is on it, he's nearly unplayable.
Dialed in.
Like like the way that Southampton were turning us and spinning us and creating space, and all throughout that match, Xerxes came on and said, all right, I see that, I'm going to raise you this. And he did. Tenzin says, Højlund, stinker, and Hook. Yeah, Højlund did not have a great match. And big up to him, though, because, I mean, when he came off, he didn't throw a fit or anything. He clapped and everything. I mean, it was fine. He's going to have to start showing me more, or else I'm going to have to start maybe thinking we need to prioritize another striker. Danny, welcome back, my guy. Justin and I just kind of winding down. That was an insane match. I got to tell you, man, when Ahmad hit that third, it was limbs. It was limbs.
People were nuts.
And the Southampton fans, like 10 yards from us, just cricket. You could hear a pin drop over there at that point.
Well, the third, everyone started leaving. And I was like, oh, that's it. That's it.
It was still 1-0 when it was like 80th minute, and United fans started leaving. And I almost thought about leaving because I was worried about my bad luck. Danny says, I hope you're enjoying the trip. We are enjoying the trip, man. It's been a lot of fried food today.
Is there camp? I like it.
Yeah, somebody said that the other day. I don't know if that was you, Tenzin, because it was Zerkamp. Yeah, Xerxes was masterclass today. Who was your guys' man of the match? I mean, do I even have to ask? I mean, you guys get in the chat. For those of you who are members, hit that man of the match emoji and let me know who you thought was man of the match tonight. Who was your man of the match?
I mean, I feel like the given is Ahmad, but part of me wants to give it to Xerxes just for setting up so much. Like, he didn't get an assist, but man, he set up so many shots on goal. Like, he deserves it.
Oh, it's split so far. Tenzin says Xerxes man of the match.
See?
Danny says Ahmad. I mean, you can't not give it to the hat trick hero.
I know, that's the problem.
You can't not give it to.
But he could have done, if he had made earlier decisions in the first half. He had set a lot of nice balls up in the first half for shots on goal, but like, dude, make the call. Either make the pass to the top of the box or bloody shoot it.
Yeah,
come on.
Ahmad needs to take about 18 fewer touches when he gets into the box.
Garnacho too, though. Garnacho would keep on passing around the box to wait till he has a shot dead on. Like, dude, rip one from the outside. You're fine.
And that was another criticism that we had watching this match was it just seemed like nobody wanted to score. It seemed like everybody wanted someone else to take the responsibility. Now, again, if that's a lack of confidence thing, or if that's a I don't want the responsibility thing, I don't know what to tell you. But Højlund could have made it another one. Who else was it that missed a sitter later on that just, instead of shooting, they just kept passing it. Oh, Anthony. Anthony could have had one as well.
But Bruno and Garnacho missed it in the first half. I was like, dude, come on, guys.
It was annoying. Danny, good fish and chips. We have not done fish and chips yet. We got in around
probably have tomorrow.
We got in about mid-morning, and we went. What did we do this? What did we do? Oh, we ran to Tesco just to grab a couple groceries and whatnot, like snacks, bottled waters, and whatnot. And then
we had burgers outside the Bishop Blaze.
So we did Bishop Blaze. We had some burgers, got some chips. We, if you guys saw the photos, we obviously went to the stadium, kind of hung out a little bit. We went up to the rooftop at Hotel Football,
had a beer,
which they call Heaven, and we just had a beer and chat. It's really the first beer of the trip.
Yeah.
But we flew overnight, so we were exhausted.
We're tired.
And we were kind of delayed, so there wasn't a whole lot of layovers. So it was just constant go, go, go. And so we're both pretty white, but I think we're both riding adrenaline right now.
Yeah. The mild heart attack.
So we're not going to sleep anytime soon. Tenzin says we need to sell Garnacho this week. Garnacho he struggled in the first half. And in the first half, he was playing on the right side. He was playing the 10, and he was dropping deep a lot. And it's just not, you can tell it's just not something he's comfortable with.
Or he's not used to it at all.
He's got a little bit of it. He wants to be into space. He wants to get the ball, and he wants to turn and run. And when he's got to run back, face his own keeper, receive a pass under pressure, he's not there yet. He's too young. He's too small, and it's just not his natural thing. He doesn't have that ability to beat a press, to create space for himself. He wants space that's there already that he can work in. He can't create it for himself, especially not in that tight area of the pitch.
No.
But I mean, it's tough. I mean, obviously Rashford I didn't even look at the subs. Was Rashford even on the bench tonight?
I don't think he was.
Danny says Zerkamp some turnaround. I mean, it's a redemption arc. We talked about it again after the Arsenal match.
Cass Malacia, Kukone, and Bayern.
Kukonke was on the bench. Nice. What's the name? Anthony's so bad. To be fair to him, Anthony's first touch won us a corner, and he could have had a goal. It seemed like both Anthony, Ahmad, it seemed like everybody was just very, very hesitant. But you guys know my feelings about Anthony. I mean, linked with Real Betis loan, linked to another team. I forget who else it was now. Tenzin says Tenzin, you're talking about my buddy here, Justin. And this is, if you're asking about Justin, this is my buddy Justin. Now, Justin,
what's up?
For those of you who've been following the channel for a while, Justin was on for a stream in the summer looking at the transfer business and whatnot. So yeah, Justin, I've known Justin for like 13 years. My footy guy, we play footy all the time. We've done all sorts of shit. Justin came with me for the first trip to Manchester. He and I came in 2 years ago. We did Real Betis, we did Southampton that trip, and so now here we are again.
Full circle.
So we will do our best to keep you guys posted. Tomorrow we were doing the stadium tour. Big up Justin, says Tenzin. We are doing the stadium tour tomorrow because I want to check out this new players tunnel. We got the FA Youth Cup match tomorrow afternoon, actually evening. So we're going to head downtown proper. We're going to get some food, probably get some fish and chips. Danny, if you know a good spot, let me know. I'm always on the lookout for a new spot. And then we're going to go do that Youth Cup game. And then what we got? Saturday, we got Salford versus Fleetwood Town. And then Sunday, we do Brighton. And then possibly the Manchester Derby for the women's team is on Sunday. So we could be doing that as well. But you guys, I just, like I said, I want to stop by. I want to update you guys. I want to let you guys get involved in everything we're going on because you guys know that I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to share this experience with you as well. But that's pretty much it for me tonight. I mean, quick updates here and there, but I wanted to make sure we did that. You have any final thoughts on this?
Just that we better play better against Brighton.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can physically or emotionally take it again right before we fly home.
We left it late for my liking. I like us to not have to make all these reactionary changes, but you guys let me know your thoughts on the match. If you weren't able to catch it live, Tenzin says staying for a Rangers game. No, we're not staying for the Rangers game, Tenzin. Justin's got to go back to work. Justin was able to grab a couple days off, which was awesome after a very busy few months for your job. Yeah. November, December is fucking hell for this guy. But we're happy to do this, happy to get this done. It was a bit cold tonight, so we're just trying to warm up a little bit.
Still not as bad as 2 years ago, though.
Oh,
We
no.
got rain and snowed on last time.
Yeah,
This one was not bad.
It was rough. It wasn't too bad today, but you guys, if you're not able to catch the live, leave your thoughts in the comments. Who was your man of the match? What do you think of the performance? What would you like to see going into the weekend for that one? We'll talk a little bit about that one later on. That is going to do it for us tonight because we are wiped. We're just going to chill and decompress. But I'm really wanted to make sure I touch base with you all. Trini Red Devil, welcome. How are you? Hoyland is so frustrating. Yeah, he has been very, very frustrating. Honestly, tonight for me, for Hoyland, it wasn't even like the hold up play. It was that chance that he could have put away that he just didn't. Hi and goodbye. Bandomac, welcome, man. Good to see you again. Raja says, at pub now? No, we're not at the pub, man. We'll do that tomorrow, but please hit that like button for me, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new, and check back for more content as Justin and I keep just going absolute.
We'll probably do a video every night, maybe. I mean, maybe not for the Salford game. That's.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. Obviously, we'll throw out some views and stuff. Tenzin says 10 likes needed now. Yeah, get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, hit the notification bell to make sure you guys don't miss out on any content while Justin and I are here.
Trophy room tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we'll send you some photos from the trophy room and whatnot. And if any Spurs fans are out there who want to follow along so you guys can see what a trophy looks like, feel free to do so. But thank you guys for stopping by. We are gonna just chill for the rest of the night because it's been a long, long day. But happy to touch base with you guys.
2 days.
Well, it's been a long couple days. Yeah, we flew overnight. So thank you guys for stopping by. I do love you guys. Do appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one.
See you tomorrow, y'all.